The thing that shocked me the most was the closet inside Gypsy's house.
I was like, holy y'all need to get it over here right now and look at this. I mean, my mouth dropped. From the top to the bottom, full of so many medications.
This isn't your ordinary medicine cabinet. It's Dee Dee's personal pharmacy, a large linen closet fully stocked.
She had even written on several of the bottles of Gypsy's medication as if she was writing it for a child. For the anti-seizure medication, it would say, shaky baby. The organization of the medications was shocking to me because in every other area of Dee Dee's life, it appeared that she had absolutely no organization or cleanliness, except when it came to these medications. It let me know from the very beginning that something here was seriously wrong.
Gypsy Rose Blanchard, who was serving time in prison for her role in the murder of her mother, has been granted parole and is scheduled to be released in December. In July 2016, Gypsy Blanchard pleaded guilty to murder for her role in the killing of her mother, Dee Dee Blanchard. She was sentenced to 10 years in prison. Gypsy is set to be released on December 28, 2023. By then, she will have served 85% of her 10-year sentence. Prior to her prison sentence, Gypsy spent time in the Greene County Jail, and her time in the county jail contributes to her overall sentence. Gypsy's mother, Dee Dee Blanchard, was found dead in June 2015, and soon after Gypsy and her boyfriend, Nick Godejohn, were both charged with first-degree murder. After the couple were arrested, it was revealed that Dee Dee had fabricated all of her daughter's medical issues, and Gypsy was a victim of Munchausen by proxy syndrome, which is a rare form of abuse in which a guardian exaggerates or induces illness in a child for attention and sympathy.
Turns out that little pink house on Hope and Volunteer Way was actually the nerve center from which the so-called doting mother perpetrated an elaborate scam, preying on the sympathies of countless Good Samaritans.
We have unearthed the appearance of a long financial fraud scheme along with this tragic event.
Celebrities, charities, even cartoon characters, all conned.
What medical conditions did you believe you suffered from?
Leukemia, asthma, both vision and hearing impaired, muscular dystrophy, and seizures.
Did you always know you could walk if you wanted to?
Yes.
She told you you had to stay in a wheelchair when you could walk. How did she convince you to do that?
I was so young, so me looking up to her so much and just believing that she knows best, I didn't question it. There are certain illnesses that I knew I didn't have. I knew that I didn't need the feeding tube. I knew that I could eat, and I knew that I could walk, but I did believe my mother when she said that I had leukemia.
Dee Dee had convinced her friends, family, and community that Gypsy was a terminally ill teenager with the mind of a 7-year-old who suffered from muscular dystrophy, leukemia, and other ailments. Additionally, Gypsy alleged her mother wouldn't allow her to speak during doctor visits and told her that if she ever tried to escape, police wouldn't believe her story.
Tell me about Dee Dee. What kind of mom was she?
Very protective.
Do you think she protected you?
No, not in certain ways, yes, in other ways, no. I think that she was very sick in her mind. For a long time, I believe like we were best friends. And when I was younger, she was my best friend.
She was your only friend?
Yes, other than my stuffed animals. And so I thought that she was a great mother, no complaints. We got along so perfect. You know, I saw her as an angel that could do no wrong.
But as Gypsy got older and became curious about life outside the little pink house, she says Mom Dee Dee began exerting more control.
What happens when she got upset with you?
It would go into an argument that would last a couple days, or it could be something where she wouldn't feed me for 2 days or so.
Was she ever physical with you?
It started to be physical in 2011. She would hit me with a coat hanger sometimes.
Did you ever fight back?
No, because I was too afraid to.
Gypsy says she did try and run away once, but Dee Dee found her a few hours later, and there were consequences.
She physically chained you to the bed?
She physically chained me to the bed and put bells on the doors.
Did you ever consider, in a public place, if you stood up out of your wheelchair and walked, Dee Dee's fraud would be completely exposed?
I honestly didn't think about that.
It never crossed your mind?
No.
So instead of planning an elaborate escape, you planned a murder?
Yes.
Gypsy's boyfriend, Nick Gottajohn, was sentenced to life in prison without parole in 2019 after a trial. He was convicted of first-degree murder for the 2015 stabbing. Gottajohn met Blanchard online and traveled from Wisconsin to see her in Missouri. Both Gypsy and Nick stated that during this visit, Gypsy had talked Nick into killing her mother so she didn't have to do it herself.
And then the truth is, okay, I'll admit it, I did actually stab her mom. I will admit it.
I know. Okay.
The only reason I did it is because I did it for me and her. That's the real reason I did it. I would have never did it if it was not for me and her.
Okay. So you wouldn't have done it if somebody else would have asked?
No.
Okay.
There's no way I would have did it for anyone else.
Okay, so you just
'Cause I
did it.
truly do worship her to the point there's nothing I want to do for her.
Okay. Okay. Well, I think you've proved that, right?
Yes.
I think that you've proved that you do what she asked you to do, if that's the case, if she did ask you.
Yeah, she did ask me.
Okay. And she asked you more than once?
Um,
Did she ask you while you were here?
She asked me more than once because what happened was, at first she wanted, because the thing was is that she wanted to do it herself, but she was too, what's the word, not cautious, it's, I guess skittish is the word. I want to actually do it.
Okay.
Because she couldn't live with herself doing it.
Okay.
And, as for me, I honestly to this day I still feel guilty about it.
Okay.
I do.
Right.
Because I learned so much about her mom after she told me and more about it after actually being able to live with her for a little while.
Right.
I actually realized how great of a mom she was.
Okay. So it kind of makes you feel a little guilty.
No. I feel a lot more guilt than that.
Okay.
Blanchard and Gottajohn have since separated. A family friend spoke out in April 2019 that Gypsy was engaged to a man she met as a pen pal while in jail. What are your thoughts on Gypsy being released from jail? I'd like to hear your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss any updates on this case. And check out some of my other videos if you like this one.